the show is Ed Miliband.
I'm not Blair.
Hello sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Today we will be talking about how and why pressure for constitutional reform has grown in the previous years. What are your thoughts on this, Mr. Miliband?
Well, Labour has always sought to promote popular democracy, equal rights and the reduction of traditional establishment powers. We believe that our ancient constitution is the embodiment of traditional privilege and inequality. It seems that people are beginning to realise this too, and as a result of that, pressure has grown.
And how does Labour propose to change the constitution?
Well, we realise this. And as a result, that is why we have based the principles of our reform strongly rooted in democratisation, because too much of the current British political situation is undemocratic. Let me ask you this question, interviewer. Would Conservatives really have supported decentralisation without Blair's first steps?
That's a very good question, Mr. Miliband. Well, what do you personally think about devolution?
Well, as the 1990s progressed, demands for devolution in Scotland and Wales grew steadily. Widespread dissatisfaction with the London government, especially after the recession of the 1990s, became very prevalent. Nationalists from other small countries which were gaining full independence. Now Scotland and Wales wanted their own, and Labour was very happy to give it to them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Miliband.
I'm not brown.
Last week I interviewed a constitutional expert, John Smith. Let's see what he feels about the matter. So John, what do you think about the need for constitutional change?
Well, it's not really about my needs, but the wishes of the public. Public opinion polls have indicated that the majority would be in favour of constitutional change, demonstrated by growing support for Lib Dems in the 1990s, who strongly advocated reforms. The SNP, Charter 88 and WNP. Since 2010, support for SNP has grown by 69 seats.
Thanks very much, Mr. Smith. Now back to the POLITRIX studio. Welcome back. Here in the studio is James Jackson, here to talk more about constitutional reform. So, what do you think about whether recent constitutional reforms in the UK have removed the need for a codified constitution?
Yes, they have. The Blair government was, without a doubt, the most radical reforming government on constitutional matters of any elected in the 20th and 21st century. The wide-ranging reforms introduced by Labour, such as devolution, House of Lords reform and Human Rights Act, created momentum for further change.
But couldn't you argue that codified constitutions are quite inflexible?
Codified constitution can actually exhibit a surprising degree of flexibility. This may occur through a process of judicial interpretation. For instance, the US Constitution means whatever the justices of the Supreme Court say it means. Yes, you may argue that a codified constitution means it is more difficult to amend the constitution. However, this could only be seen as a good thing.
Why do you believe that a codified constitution would be better for the UK?
It restrains Parliament's power. We, the Labour Party, have always expressed a desire to decentralise power away from Westminster, solving the problem. Elected dictatorship that has arguably been exhibited by the current coalition government. For example, the
I'm sorry, but that's all we have time for.
To attempt and succeed
From the studio, thank you very much.
Good morning, Tiddly Peeps. Now it's time for a double from your colourful chums, the Who's, on 4.